Welcome everybody to London Heathrow Airport. Today we're going to be doing something different, which will be a long haul across the pond. And this will be a flight from Heathrow to Phoenix, Arizona, and it'll be British Airways flight number 289. Now, as most of you know, this is the main hub for British Airways, and of course we'll be using the 747-400 to do this journey today. This will be the longest flight ever on the Flight Sim Deck channel. So prepare yourselves, get ready, get some snacks, and get ready for a long haul flight. Now this is skyvector.com. This is what I use to map out my flights. I don't have the waypoints in here for the departure, but we'll be doing the Buzz for Juliet departure today. And looks like it's going to be 9 right. And we'll be going by the valley. And then off to the Atlantic. And we got a little waypoint here. Just a random one. And then let's see what we got here. Try to zoom in on some of these to show you. Kujak. As we come in through Canada, we got Thunder Bay. Looks like Gopher, Redwood City, and what else do we have? Yeah, Gollop. And then I also don't have the waypoints for these yet, but we'll see what we get when we come over there. It's going to be about a 12-hour block time for this flight, so weather can change, no telling what arrival will do. But we're getting right to it. We're going to push back, and we're not going to start the engines until until the push is over, just to save some fuel. So yeah, this is Heathrow. I don't think I've done. I did a VC10 video at this airport, and that was the only other time this airport was used for a flight. But yeah, I'm definitely getting my time in with the 747. Really love using this plane. And maybe the last flight for a little bit on the channel, I'll probably switch it up to do something else for a little bit, and then we'll come back to it. But right now I'm really liking using it. So I'm going to go ahead and start the 1 and 2. Now this flight was requested by a flight sim buddy of mine that goes by the name of AADFW Spotters 2. He streams sometimes on Saturdays via YouTube, and it's usually pretty entertaining. A lot of interesting characters show up, and it's an interesting time. So yeah, that's who gave me the idea for the flight, because I wanted to do a decent long haul, and this will be 12-hour block time, so it's a pretty good amount of time. Okay, 3 and 4 started. We've checked the instruments. Everything's ready to go. We're going to taxi via Bravo over to 9 right, and then it'll be the Buzz for Juliet departure. We actually have some traffic today. For traffic, I'm using Ultimate Traffic Live. And there's an update for it. I haven't installed the update, but I guess it runs a little better with the frames. My frames are already not doing so good at Heathrow today, so, you know, just got to deal with that. But usually with Ultimate Traffic Live, I'll use it until I get to, I mean, it just depends on the frames, honestly. I've already cut it down to about 20%. So today I'm just going to use it until I get over to the runway, and then I'll turn it off and just won't use it. You know, sometimes I'll use VATSIM for traffic. This is going to be this flight's pretty long, so I'm not going to use VATSIM just because I'm not going to be monitoring it the whole time, to be honest. I'm going to go away from the computer to do some other things. Just, you know, it's multitasking, and it's the only way I can accomplish flights like this. It's either not do them or do them and go mow the lawn or something, you know. got to do what you got to do, and it's a simulation after all. So, you know, I'm not gonna sit here for every few minutes and checking the fuel and writing all that stuff down. Sometimes that's fun to do. And one of these days, I do want to do a live stream, pretty long one. So I'm thinking when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I will do a live stream that is like 10 hours long or something. I don't know. It'll be a long flight either way, and that'll be fun to hang out and do that. Regardless, I want to do a live stream soon. I have one plan, and I'll do that soon. And we actually have some traffic coming in today. We got somebody landing on 9 right. Looking like a company plane, possibly. One of the Speedbirds. And yeah, it is. Very nice. Rarely get to see that stuff with the traffic. Yeah, we're gonna miss the touchdown, but hey, I'm sure he did a good job. He or she. But yeah, we're just gonna pull up behind, what is it, Singapore Airlines? I can't tell. Hope it is. And I didn't get that wrong, but I can't see it. So, yeah, I've just been doing these flights, doing a lot of flights actually on Project Fly. A lot of them I haven't even recorded. I did one recently. Let's see, I did a UPS cargo flight, and that was fun. That was like 15 hours or something. I went from I always forget the name of the airport. It's the main hub for UPS in the United States. Yeah, I did that to Dubai. That was a long flight. And then recently I attempted to do the Qantas 747, the record flight. It was about 20 hours from London Heathrow over to Sydney, Australia. And I didn't quite make it. I had to divert to another airport that was more in the southern part of Australia, but it was still like a 20-hour flight. And yeah, I got that done. Pretty much used almost all the fuel. I mean, it was pretty low. I just wanted to see how far I could get. But yeah, I had to divert. They did it with a super light plane. They used a 747 348, I guess it is. I think it's something like that. And they did the flight on that. 16 passengers, and just took a lot of stuff off the plane. So we're going to hold short here. We got some traffic coming in, and then we'll be on our way out. Actually, I think we're waiting a little bit over the line. There's two lines here, so hold short behind, but either way. Got the landing lights on, Nvidia is set, TCAS is set. Brakes are on RTO. Clock's been going 25 minutes since we left the gate, actually. And alright, let's get on and line up on 9 right. The frame rate is nice on this, or nice-ish for this departure. Not sure. It's already kind of spazzing out. Some of these airports haven't been optimized yet. KSFO though, I mean, that airport is incredible right now. In the 747, you know, the frame rate and everything. I really like the job flight team did that, because that airport, that used to be the worst. That airport plus the Bay Area Orbx stuff was terrible, but now it's great. But alright, we're gonna throttle up to 50% and toga our way out of here, so I'll be with you guys in the sky.
Airspeed alive. 80 knots. V1. Rotate.
Positive brake gear up. And we're on our way out of this overcast Heathrow Airport. And in about 12 hours from now, we'll be landing in Phoenix at some point. So, yeah, anyways, let's talk more about Project Fly. If you're not on there, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You've got to get on Project Fly. I don't know, I really enjoy it. It's got me flying way more than I ever have. Because it got to a point when I would only fly when I wanted to do a recording. But now I just do flights all the time that I don't even record. I just do it because I think I have this thing where I like, if I do something like I want it to count and matter, especially with flight simming, so I would record them, you know, when I would fly, I would record them because I wanted it to be captured. And I just feel like with Project Fly, it does that for me. It fills that void. It captures the flight. It captures so much data. You know, the whole path you took from leaving the gate to landing. You know, how much fuel you burned, how much fuel you carried. You know, what your landing rate was. All kinds of great information, all tracked on each fleet. You can come up with a fleet. You know, you could have several Southwest Airlines flights with a home base wherever you want, and you could track the time and all the stats on each plane, and it's just really cool. I just feel like the flights count now, and you get a little bit of that with VATSIM and some of the other things, and there are some other trackers that were out there, but this is really the best one I've seen, and I really like it, and I have no like stock or stake in Project Fly at all, but I just really like it, and I just really want to see it grow, and there's so many cool things you can do with it. I mean, that I think it has the potential. You know, the potential of things that you can do with it. Like, I just think in the future it'd be cool if you could chat with people, if you could see somebody flying, like one of your buddies, and you could like chat with them, or even if somehow one day it could get to the point where you could see in the cockpit of the person flying, you could kind of see what they're seeing. I don't know what would go into that happening, but that'd be pretty cool. These clouds actually are looking really nice right now. Sometimes I get the popcorn looking clouds. I don't know why. Just bad luck, I guess. Different. I mean, it depends on the cloud pattern at the time, I guess. But these actually look pretty good today. And it's nice to see a little bit of color and not the overcast skies. I'm not an overcast person so much. I really like seeing the blue skies. It's April here in the States, starting to get the April showers to bring the May flowers. And that'll be it. That'll be probably the last few storms we'll see this month, and then summertime will be coming on in. FS Expo in Las Vegas is coming soon. Coming up in June. I will be there. I'll be there both days. I'm gonna probably show up Friday, and then I'll be there through the weekend. So hope to meet some of you there. I will be I'll be around the FSElite booth. I'll be filming a lot of it for FSElite, covering it in that way, and yeah, if you see me, you'll probably see me in an FSElite shirt or a Flight Sim Deck shirt, and just come up and say hello. And yeah, that's how that's gonna go. It's going to be pretty fun in Vegas. I mean, a flight sim event in Vegas is awesome. So We'll see how that all pans out. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure you guys are as well. Alright, so right now we're just going to we're still holding at 6,000 feet, but now we're going to climb to 32,000 feet. I actually forgot to mention that in the last clip that we were holding at 6,000, that's the procedure around there. And now we're going to go up to 32,000, so we're a little over 30 minutes into the flight. It's almost 10 a.m. and we're just trucking along here, going up to our cruise altitude now. We're getting close to 18,000. We'll switch over to the standard. And get the weather radar on. I don't think we're going to see much today, but just have it on right now. Alright, so we're heading out over the Atlantic now. Hope you enjoyed some of those shots. Got some glare shields, some exteriors, some wing views, all that good stuff. A little over an hour into the flight now. Hour and about, I'll round up and say 10 minutes. And from here I'll just do some quick shots around some of the land. Cut all the water stuff out because, you know, it's hours and hours of that. Not much to see. So, sped ahead quite a bit. Alright, so this is Colorado that we're about to enter. So we're getting real close to the Arizona area, and we'll be making our descent pretty soon. We're not far away from that at all. About 11 hours have passed since, actually, 10 hours have passed or so, 11, I don't know. I don't know anymore. And here we go, we're going to go down to About 5,000. Get the heading bug lined up here. And yeah, so we're making the descent now. And look at these mountains here. It's pretty nice. Alright, we are approaching 5,000 feet, and we're going to loop around and make our approach into runway 8. We're going to do an ILS approach. This was the Eagle 6 arrival that we did, but now we're into the vector portion of the arrival. So I'm going to go down to 4,500 right now. We're slowed down to 210. In just a moment, I'll bring the next waypoint into the vector. Execute, and it'll draw a nice path for us. But yeah, I think I've pretty much talked about everything I want to talk about. We covered Project Fly. We covered FS Expo. And that's pretty much it. Got my Cessna 172 working again with the new A2A update, which isn't really new. I think it came out in February or January. But I couldn't steer it, and I really missed flying that plane, but now I'm flying it again. And I'm going to do a flight from Cache to Keene. Someone requested that a while back. It's a short 30-minute flight. I'm assuming they probably did that flight as like a discovery flight or something, and they wanted to see it, so I'm going to do that. Maybe some other things. TFDI came out with a funny little glider plane, and maybe I'll do a video with that. Actually, I think I am going to do a video with that. Probably around, it'll be a surprise where I do it. But yeah, I'll be doing that. Getting into some smaller planes. I need to fly some jets, and I need to get on flying that Mad Dog and the TFDI 717. I need to fly that some more. Can't get my Atlanta's not working right now, so I haven't been using it. I'm almost ready to start making out my own flights with the 717 instead of following real life routes, because the real life routes I've already done a lot of them, and a lot of them are into Atlanta, and Atlanta's not working right now, so I might just make up my own. We will see. So many planes to fly, so little time to fly them. And a lot of my time has been on Project Fly, not even recording flights, just trying to build my hours and build up my fleets and have some fun on there. So hopefully I see you guys on there. As always, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Flickr, and Project Fly. And also, I'm on, what is that site called? I can't think of it right now. Oh, Patreon. I'm on there too, if you ever want to donate. But if not, I don't care. I do these videos for fun. And just came out with a review of a glider on the FSElite channel. So if you missed that, check that out. Same glider I flew around Lake Tahoe. The name is already escaping me. It's been a while since I've looked at that. All kinds of names are leaving me today. It's kind of the end of the day for me, so I'm a little tired. The SF25 Motor Falk, that was the glider. So make sure you check that out if you like gliders. And right now we're flying this approach. We're going to hit, we're about 15 miles out from the airport, I would say. So we're getting slowed down. We'll be dropping the gear here soon and configuring our flaps. Speed brake is armed. Auto brakes are set. Approach refs are set. Borrow set. This has been fun. It's a little under 12 hours right now. By the time we get on the ground to the gate, it'll be a little over 12. And it's been a good experience. This is Flight Beam Phoenix Sky Harbor. Only been to this airport once in my life. Flew in here. I think we landed on one of the left runways. Don't remember which one. But it was really nice, even watching that approach out the window. It was nighttime, but I got to watch it. Just past 2,500 feet. Everything's looking good. Go ahead and slow down to our final speed.
Radio altimeter.
Oh, and what you're going to see in a minute, since this is after the fact, I couldn't get the autopilot to disengage. I usually use the Z key on my keyboard, and it wasn't working. And there's a setting in the FMC that prevents that key from working. Now, I think it's where you set it to be realistic, and you can hit the button on the yoke, but I wasn't aware of that at the moment when I did this, so it wouldn't disengage. So the best way I came up with real quick, because I didn't want to go around, was to just yank back on the yoke a little bit to get it to disengage, which is what you don't want to do, but it's what I did, and you'll see it here in a second that I do that. But I know the setting now. I didn't check that was on. Every time you fly a new livery, you got to look at those things in the settings, because sometimes they have some weird things that are set. So here I'm disengaging the auto throttle and then realizing that the autopilot is not going to disengage. And I didn't want an auto land, so there it is. Not the way to do it, my bad on that, but hey, I panicked. But all I had to do is hit the button on the yoke to get that off. But I don't like using that, I like using the Z key, but you know. Alright, let's go sterile cockpit, and I'll talk to you when we're on the runway.
400. 300.
50 above.
200.
Decide.
Continuing.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Alright, welcome to Sky Harbor Airport, everybody, in Phoenix, Arizona. What a long flight this was. But great to be crossing the pond, especially into this great state. Oh, and I also got the reverse thrust off a little late. I know, sometimes people will tell me, you gotta shut it off before 70, but I know. Sometimes it just doesn't always disconnect by then. So let's go over to the replay. Got a creative shot today. But yeah, this video came out to be a little over 30 minutes, and I appreciate all of you who stuck with me on the whole video. Some people like to skip ahead. I'd probably skip ahead if I was you. I like seeing takeoffs, landings, and everything else can just, you know. But, got to include it all. Got to document it all. Edit it up all nice and put it out on the channel for your viewing pleasure. So we'll get one of the gates over here. Probably this one here. I don't even know if it takes heavies at this point. Meh. Whatever. Pick a gate, any gate. I couldn't really figure out where they park these here. Sometimes all I have to go off of is Google Maps, and I hope I can find one of the livery I'm flying, like, parked somewhere. Because it's just not always easy to know that, unless you're a local, who parks where and what. But this one looks like a good one. It's on the corner, so heavy could park here, theoretically. Everybody, I want to thank you one more time for watching another Flight Sim Deck video. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys take care, and I will see you next time.